in this video I will be showing how we are going to color directly by just taking water and color and not wetting the object or the drawing beforehand, right? So let's begin, and I'll also try and keep the video really short. Okay, so I'll just show one of them, and rest I think you will be able to do it. So as always, make sure that there's color in your palette. The brush is already dipped. Now here we go. So if you see, I haven't put any water in the paper. Okay, I'm just taking the color, the brush, and the quantity of color is also not too less or not too much, but pretty good enough. Now if you see, there is enough water in the brush which is helping the brush to move and also the color to spread. In these kind of drawings, what we have to keep in mind is the direction in which your brush is going to move, because that is what is going to give it the shape, because there will be no fourth or fifth layer what we did in wet on wet technique. Okay, this is the basic technique of watercolor. Now here, when we see that there is no color anymore in the brush, that is when no dipping in the water, because as I've always mentioned that we should keep some water near the color. So going by that, and starting again from the tip, reason being not only because we want the tip to be dark, but also it should blend with it, right? Because if it doesn't blend, then a line will be formed, and then again for the removal of the line we will have to again start with taking little water in the brush and then blend the lines with that blending technique which we often use for sky. Now if you see, I am leaving some spaces like white lines, maybe because I don't want to color those lines. Because if I add white, it will spread and it will give a very whitish effect, which I do not want over here, right? Okay, now we are going to color this part. Okay, so second brush, yellow ochre. Yeah, the color that I used in this place, this was, I believe, burnt umber or burnt sienna. So any one will do. It depends, because it's your cupcake. You can decide. Now if you see, the moment I'm coming near the brown color, my strokes are becoming slow, and I'm very conscious and cautious that I do not end up going over the brown, because that will spoil what the color is already that we have achieved over there. Right now, if I want little bit of kind of a shading kind of an effect over here, then I will just take a clean brush and just spread that color, spread yellow ochre. Okay, so if you see, we are not using white color over here, right? And I'm also taking my clean brush a little bit on the colored part of yellow ochre so that it blends, no lines are formed basically. Okay, now clean the brush, take that brown again. Maybe you can mix a bit of raw umber if I have it in my palette, which I'm not very sure, and then just making it a little bit dark line here to give it an effect that okay, this part of the cream or the icing on the cake is on top of this yellow ochre part. Okay, but then immediately just one line, clean the brush, and just spread it. Right? There. Again, a bit of color. Always remember, we add water always on the tip of the brush, because we don't want the entire drawing to become too watery and color to lose its effect. Maybe a bit dark effect on yellow ochre, going with the concept of cast shadow. There. But as you can see, these lines we have to get rid of. Now, exactly in this pattern, you're going to color the entire icing area. Okay? So the entire icing area will be colored in the same pattern. Now we will be concentrating on the cup part of it. Okay. Now after doing all this, I will be sending the step-by-step pic when I showed you this. The same technique has to be applied in these. Only thing that we have to keep in mind is the direction of the brush. For this one we go in this direction. For here we come in this, and then like this. Because the way a brush will move, that is what is going to give the shape and the look. So now let's try and do the cup part. Now in this I am planning to leave a couple of white spaces. So I will go with one of my favorite colors, which is raw umber. But yeah, okay. So once I've mixed raw umber, little bit with burnt umber, I will just, now if you see, I'm not coloring this way. I'm holding the brush like, this tip, it's not flat, it's this way, it's on a verticalish way. Now I'm going to make it kind of flat. Again, when I come to the corner, again try to take the thin line. Right? I'm just gonna add a bit of shadow. So basically, if you see, the entire down part is getting covered, and I am using the color of those vertical lines to make my shadow. Now I am going to darken my lines. Only in this part I'm going to make a little dark effect. With clean brush, right? Because clean brush is what will give me the look. Otherwise, color will start spreading from the other brush. Only on the top part I will spread it a little bit with water. To give it trying to bring a little bit realistic look. Because if I give this effect over in these areas, then this area will appear to be on top of this. Otherwise everything will give a very flat and like a 2D effect. Also I need to blend this line. Right? Now a bit of shadow will be added. That's it. Done.